All right, what's good, y'all? You watching? Leave a like, leave a dislike, share, comment. Just do something to let me know you engage with the story. But in the meantime, let's cue the damn music. Which one today? Uh, just go to the point. I guess. Anyway, today's story is bound to piss a couple of people off, if not all. At this point, how many of you agree with abortion? Me, I'm 100% against it, man. I can't do it. Even in the worst situation, nah. Except, in times of, if it's gonna cause a danger to you and, might kill you or something like that, then, yeah. But in most situations, no. Because if you lay down to have it, it's your responsibility. Except, when a bitch get pregnant and the man told you straight up he didn't want any, and somehow he happened to, if a bitch gets a condom and takes the sperm out and put it up in there and she gets pregnant, that's bullshit. That should not happen. But abortion is for irresponsible ass people, or women I should say. Now we just gonna go to this story. New York, and I do the same shit I hate hearing in videos. New York legislature votes to legalize abortion up to birth. Let non-doctors commit abortions. Now, at this point, it's just straight up murder at that point. Like, this is literally murder. You have all this time in the early stages to catch a pregnancy, but bitches can now wait till having it, and then I don't want it, kill it. And it's like, I saw a video on this already, and people say if they do it to this point, then they're not just gonna throw those body parts away. They're gonna use that for stem cell research. They're gonna use that for organ harvesting, and yeah, that's like the only reason that this is allowed to go. The only difference is it's legal now, so the market about to go up. So, and they're growing these organs probably for rich folks and whatnot. The super elite who somehow have like an unlimited amount of wealth, which we have no record of how they actually got that wealth. Oh wait, off the backs of slaves. Now let's go ahead and read through this bullshit, this travesty of a story. Both chambers of New York State Legislature voted Tuesday on legislation to enshrine a fundamental right to abortion in state law and eliminate protections for preborn babies until birth, in votes set to mark the anniversary of Roe v. Wade. So both chambers. So whenever, I don't believe in voting because I don't think that shit matters. And I think if real change happens, it's gonna come at the barrel of a gun or by threats. Cause you notice when people threaten you with violence or some shit, or threaten you with physical harm, the shit gets done right away, not with words. Cause it's like words may, either do this or do this, and I don't know. So how about you gonna do it now? Yeah, we'll get it done. It's like, yes, what the fuck I thought. And why do you think the mafia and the mob is able to get shit done? Why do you think Jews is able to get shit done? Why do you think the Italians and the military is able to get shit done? Because they use force to back up them words. If you ain't got no words, you just talking. So if the people weren't for this, they would have violently took to the streets and killed, beat the shit out of everybody who voted for that shit. But because they can say the Constitution this and the Constitution that, but what good is the Constitution and these scraps of paper when the people who wrote them were, while they were writing this, killing the Indians, the people who actually were the rightful inhabitants of the land. So what good is a piece of paper for people who have a proven track record of not following the rules? Let's see, the state Senate voted 38-24 in favor. So those 38 people, you go find them and do what seems right in your eyes. voted in favor of the so-called Reproductive Health Act. Tuesday evening, the Albany Times-Union reports, a bill that has repeatedly cleared the state assembly in years past, but has been blocked by the formerly Republican Senate. So these are the Democrats that are doing this. But then again, they're all on the same fucking team, so I can't even say that. Following the Senate vote, the Assembly passed it 92-47. So your hit list just got bigger. The bill declares that every individual who becomes pregnant has the fundamental right to choose to carry the pregnancy to term, to give birth to a child, or to have an abortion. Erases the state's recognition of preborn babies older than 20 weeks as potential homicide victims, removes abortion from the penal code entirely, allows licensed health practitioners other than full doctors to commit abortions. So they just pretty much gave free reign to murder. This is like in so many words, giving a decree in New York to kill all the male babies, sort of. Because who's this gonna hurt the most? Who has we all know that white folks have a declining population where they can't reproduce as fast as they're dying. So who's this meant to stifle? You got it. The Hispanic, Puerto Rican communities, the black communities, pretty much. Because I don't believe in stats, because I believe a lot of them numbers are falsified. But they say that more half of the black population has been cut in half due to the massive amount of abortions and whatnot. That may be true, but I still believe we outnumber white folks like at least 5 to 1, 6 to 1, somewhere around there. Because black people do it's not hard to get a black woman pregnant, and it's not hard to just have a whole bunch of kids. In fact, it's easier now. Maybe it's the hormones, or maybe it's like I don't know. But white folks, it's harder for them to have children. But black folks, it's like, and that's not an insult. It is what it is. It's just what's going on. Let's see. This is meant to hurt black folks. That's who this is targeted to. Let's see. We have a president who's made it very, very clear that he wants to overturn Roe v. Wade. Yeah, make a bitch, take care of that child. Like, no, you had it and you're stuck with it. And even though I'm kind of being kind of harsh on that, but it's like if you get pregnant, there really should be no abortion. I mean, unless it's life-threatening, then yeah. But for abortion, nah. Give it up for adoption if you don't want it. Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart Cousins declared before the vote, today here in New York, we are saying no. And we're not just saying no, we're saying that in New York, women's health matters. We're saying here in New York, women's lives matter. Everything has a fucking matter behind it now. That's how you like blunt what used to be a cutting edge sword, or what could have been used as a cutting edge sword. When it was Black Lives Matter, it stung. But then, in order to counter that and dull the edge, white lives matter, or all lives matter. And next just add blue lives matter. So it's like, it's less effective the more organizations pop up. At some point, it's just a butter knife. It's not cut no more. The Times Union suggests the bill would allow late-stage abortions only if the mother's health is endangered. You'll be able to find that out like way before then, or if the baby's health is deemed non-viable. Like, once again, long figured out long before that. But the New York State Right to Life Committee warns that the bill will go much further in practice. Of course, they always roll it out on you saying what the good is, but overlooking every negative that comes with it. Like with cell phones and GPS. Oh yeah, it's easier to find your place, but now the government knows where the fuck you are every waking moment, unless you take the battery out and crush that bastard. Let's see. shit, social media was real as a way to connect with all your people across the world, but now it's so fucking addictive that people can't get off that bitch. Let's see, people don't even talk no more, but I'm going off topic. Declaring abortion a fundamental right opens the door to invalidating any limits on abortion and mandating that everyone takes part in the culture of death. The bill would also prevent pregnant women whose babies are killed in violent attacks from seeing justice and have the effect of authorizing infanticide by repealing the requirement that a second physician be on hand in the event that an attempted abortion past 20 weeks yields a live infant. I'm trying to figure out what kind of person would you have to be to take a child out of a woman. It is like literally breathing, moving, have a heartbeat, and you just start crushing its head or start breaking its neck. And you got to be a cold, heartless motherfucker to do that. There shouldn't even be any people who do this type of work. And the people who do it, I really think that they should be killed. That's just me, because you are literally committing murder at this point. Let's see. Yeah, well, once it's passed, it's gonna be very hard to ban it again, or it's just another point to fight over to get people, distracted from what's really going on. All this shit could really be fixed by holding people accountable for the shit. And I gotta blame men too. Bitches can lie about shit, but she say she on the pill or some shit, put a condom on anyway. Nah, and condoms ain't but as much as you spend on your weed or your shoes, you got enough of condoms, bro. I know condoms break, but in that case, nigga, I'm not sure what to do with the condom breaks. But that's why you always have backup methods and whatnot. So, and bitch says she on the pill. Now you be like, nah, bitch, I want to see you take it. Man, where they at? Matter of fact, you need to check that bitch's schedule and all that shit. Nah, you said you started when, and it's this, so this date should be. Nah, bitch, you take that right now. I ain't no games. To see New York pass a bill so that right is protected is just a dream come true, says Sarah Reggie Weddington, or Regal, whatever the fuck, an attorney who represented Norma Jane Roe in the original case. This bitch is cheering for this? Anyone who cheers for this shit is a baby killer. Niggas in Vietnam, they call them baby killers. That's what this bitch is. Sarah Weddington. The Times Union does not mention that why Weddington's former client became pro-life and dedicated the rest of her life to opposing Roe. New York's Democrat Governor Andrew Cuomo has vowed to promote abortion as part of the most progressive agenda this state has ever seen, is expected to sign the bill. Well, you know who the people who want your child's organs are now, who want your children dead are. They can put all the nice words in front of it, but they just keep showing their hands. So I have nothing more to say on this. If you do, leave a like, leave a dislike, leave a comment, share, engage. Just something. Let me know you're rocking with me. But in the meantime, I'll be back with another story.
Don't forget the mister.